Hey everyone, Scott Hansen here from NFL Red Zone, and you're watching the Super Fantasy Bros podcast. 1 hour of commercial-free podcasting starts now. Enjoy the show.
Do it, Sean, do it.
Welcome back to the Super Fantasy Bros podcast. We are all here, full squad. Matt is back. How was Tampa, Matt? It's been a while.
Tampa was gorgeous. I did not want to come back home. As soon as I touched back down in Philadelphia, I was immediately depressed.
He was out being a hoe.
You better get perked up right now because we're talking about the Birds today. Hometown
I'm
Eagles.
bricked up.
Q's bricked up. I don't know if I'm bricked up, but I'm hyped. We're also doing the Washington Commanders. So we'll save the Eagles till the end here. So let's get right into some of the Commanders talk.
Yay.
I guess. During the offseason, the Commanders traded for former Eagles quarterback Carson Wentz to be the face of the franchise. Does he find his way back into the top 12 quarterbacks this year with a pretty decent group of weapons in Washington?
Because I have him at 14 right now, but I can see him finishing number 12. I don't think I'd go any higher at the moment.
Who are the two you have above him?
Kirk and Derek Carr. Kirk, Derek Carr, and Dak.
Is Russell Wilson below him?
Any of them.
Above him. I have him in top 10. We talked about this last episode.
I want to hear what Sean says.
I have Carson Wentz at 22, so
okay,
I am nowhere near
okay.
the same ranking as Q.
That's accurate.
Not gonna believe it until I see it. He's done a decent offense with the Colts last year. Obviously, a little bit more run heavy than the Washington Commanders, but either way, I'm not too high on Carson Wentz this year.
No shot.
Limited upside, to say the least. Let's go on to the next question. Washington not only brought back J.D. Mckissick, but they also drafted Alabama running back Brian Robinson in the third round. How confident are you in drafting Antonio Gibson this year as an RB2?
Same as every year, honestly.
Yeah.
I don't think anything really changed.
I don't think the value decreases at all. I'm not too worried about Mckissick, or they're really just going to use Mckissick. What they've been using him as the past few years is just like the catching back. That's really it.
Bro, I'd be excited to have Gibby as my RB2.
Me too.
He's a good RB2.
He is.
He's 12 this year.
I think last year I was a bit more hype about him in general. Like I thought he had like RB1 potential. Obviously it didn't pan out. Actually, I think he finished like at the lowest end RB1. He was 12. Yeah. So like, I don't think he's 12 again this year. I think he falls more into that RB2 range, but I would agree with you guys. I think he's a solid RB2.
All them reports that were coming out were gassing everybody's head up about him.
Yeah, last year it seemed like
he was Christian McCaffrey workload. That's what they said he was getting.
Yeah, that's what they were talking about last year. This year, the reports are kind of the opposite. The latest one is that he could see less goal line work this year.
I saw that too,
which isn't the best, but can't believe any reports until we see it on the field.
It's all fibs.
Gibson's still going to be the RB1 in this offense you're going to draft. I take him as an RB2.
For sure.
Lock it in.
Secure it.
Mm-hmm.
Last question before some cap or no cap. Now that Curtis Samuel is healthy, does he have any fantasy value in this offense after we saw him finish as a top 25 wide receiver in 2020? Don't forget that.
I like me some Curtis Samuel this year.
Me too.
He's not finishing top 25, though.
Oh, well, definitely not finish top 25.
Maybe
That's
I could see him finishing top 30, like in between that 25.
No, with Wentz.
I can't see that either.
Why not?
I'm not high on Curtis Samuel. I don't know, man. I just don't see it. I like Jahan Datsun a little bit more, but we'll talk about Jahan in a minute. But Curtis Samuel, I liked him in Carolina because they kind of threw him in the backfield occasionally. I think when McCaffrey was out, and that kind of got him some points, not only running the ball, but catching the ball out of the backfield. I don't think that's going to happen at all in this offense with Mckissick. Gibson can catch the ball. So not as appealing to me. I just want to see it before I believe it, personally. I think he's more of a low-end flex, wide receiver 4, maybe even wide receiver 5.
Yes. Yeah.
All right, let's do some cap or no cap. Now that Terry McLaurin has the best quarterback he's ever been paired with in his career, he will have his best season ever for fantasy, which would be wide receiver 19 or higher. Cap or no cap?
No cap.
No
Cat.
cap.
Cat.
No cap. No cap.
Go ahead. Let's hear it.
Seen the
I think he'll
quarterbacks
base.
played with in the past, and he was still able to produce numbers. I know Wentz isn't like much of an upgrade, but Wentz has some potential, a lot more than like Taylor Heineke or
Fitzpatrick.
I mean, I could see him finishing.
I think he'll just finish in the same area he is right now. At best, 15, but I don't see him finishing 15.
I'll give my explanation on why it's cap in a little
right.
bit.
I'll step in for you and say it's cap also. I like Terry. He just got paid. He's gonna perform well, but he was just so inconsistent last year, and I don't think this team is gonna be like consistent again this year. He's still was the number one option last year. He's gonna be the number one option again this year. Not much has changed aside from maybe Jahan Datsun being able to take away a little bit of the pressure off of him, but they're gonna have top corners on him all year long. I think he's a very good wide receiver. I just don't think he's in that elite tier. Last year, I was more high on him. I wanted to see him do better, and he actually took a step back in terms of fantasy value as well. Just makes me a little bit nervous. And I don't think Wentz is that big of an upgrade that it's going to be like, oh my God, he's got to be top 15, top 20. That's just my opinion. So I'm going to go cap. I still think he's in that low end wide receiver 2 area, high end flex.
Whatever.
How'd you say that without moving your lips, Matt? That was crazy.
Ventriloquist.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Cap or no cap, rookie Jahan Datsun will make an immediate impact and become this team's wide receiver 2 over Curtis Samuel and also be a decent weekly flex option.
Big
No
cap.
cap.
Tough. I could see it being no cap.
Weekly
Oh,
flex option, though? I don't know about that.
Well, yeah, the second part is like, I think him and Curtis Samuel are kind of going to see like the same workload throughout the season.
I think they're going to bounce back and forth between which one's more productive. I am going to say no cap, though. I do think inevitably he's going to be the wide receiver 2 on this team that you would want to own. He's going to be open over the slot a lot. He's a smaller wide receiver, and I think Wentz tended to lean on his interior guys when he was on the Eagles, and even the Colts. Obviously, we saw him with Michael Pittman, but that was really his only option.
Yeah.
When he had Ertz and guys over the middle, it made it a lot easier for him. So I think Datsun could get some decent volume in this offense.
Okay, I need to share my bold take like ASAP.
All right. Hold.
Like right now.
All right, hold it. We got one more cap or no cap. Logan Thomas is being severely underdrafted at tight end 23 and should be considered a borderline startable tight end this season if he's ready by week 1.
Cap. He's going to be hurt at least half the season.
At least half the season.
At least half the
Jesus.
season. All the
Is he
time.
gonna start week 1?
No.
His status is up in the air for week 1 as it is right now.
That's not good to hear.
But he does still have a chance to go week 1.
If he was 100% week 1, I would say this is no cap.
Yeah.
Because we've seen him fully healthy. He had finished tight end 4. But
It was nice.
Yeah, he was pretty solid. I don't think he's going to be that high again.
do they have another tight end?
Well, they have rookie John Bates. That's their
Okay.
backup
John
right now. So
Bates, dude.
Sounds like a menace.
if Logan Thomas is playing and he's cleared to go week 1, I do think he should be definitely moved up from tight end 23, but I don't think he's going to be like a huge difference maker. I think he'll be a decent tight end.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to some bold takes. T-Gods, you're itching to get this off your chest. We're going to start with you.
Okay. Well, Matt, would you like to start?
I'll start.
Okay.
My bold take, like I was talking about earlier, is Terry McLaurin finishes as a top 15 fantasy wide receiver this year. Like we said, Carson Wentz isn't much of an upgrade, but he is definitely the best quarterback that he is going to play with. And like we said, he's going to be the number 1 option. This team is going to be down a lot. I could see them throwing, and when they throw, they're most likely going to Terry McLaurin. The addition of Jahan Datsun and Curtis Samuel, I feel like, can help take some of the pressure off of Terry. Not much, but maybe enough to get him a little bit more production than last year, where I believe he finished 19th. So, I mean, he could easily move up 4 spots, squeeze into the top 15.
He was 25th last year. Sorry. He was 20th in 2020.
Oh, sorry. Never mind.
Better quarterback, though. So,
Yeah, you're right.
Okay. So Matt, I'm sorry. Terry is finishing outside of the top 20, and here is why. Okay, let's rewind all the way back to 2016. Just put yourself there. Carson Wentz.
That was a great year.
Starting quarterback. Throwing to Jordan Matthews. He was the leading receiver on the Eagles. Where'd he finish? Wide receiver 50. 2017. Alshon, wide receiver 20. That's his best one. Just spoiler alert. I didn't count 2018. 2019, Alshon was a leading receiver. Wide receiver 59. 2020, Greg Ward was the leading receiver at 58. And then we have last year, 2021, Pittman at 21.
I feel like that's kind of unfair.
How?
I think Ertz is like the best receiver.
Yeah, but he's a tight end. I'm talking receivers.
I mean, you just said Jordan Matthews and Greg Ward and Alshon.
He's like the most skilled guy on the team.
Okay.
I hear what you got this coming
He's
from.
not good with receivers, bro. He doesn't get them inside the top 20. Never has he ever.
He can.
But he hasn't. But he hasn't.
The best receiver he's had.
He will.
Okay.
We shall see. Getting heated here on the Super Fantasy Bros podcast. Terry Mclaren, divisive. Chat, what do you think? Terry top 20, not top 20? What's the
not
deal
top
here?
20?
I'm hearing some Terry so bad. Schultz saying Wentz is bad as well.
Wentz.
This is about Terry, not Wentz.
Dave also thinks Njoku is a top 7 tight end. Out of pocket. Never said that. All right, let's get back to the hot takes. Q, what do you got?
Well, I hope Bart's also in this chat and watching. I think that Antonio Gibson finishes outside the top 20. He did finish inside the top 20 2 years ago when McKissick was healthy. They both did, actually. But now they also signed or drafted a rookie running back who plans on taking a lot of the goal line work, which I think will – I mean, even Wentz is going to take some of the goal line work because he's a big body. But I think those two factors and McKissick – I mean, Wentz loves his receiving running backs. He may try and push to have McKissick out there more than Gibson. So I think there's a case to be made that Gibson falls outside of 20. Oh, let me just mention the weekly Barkley. Barkley's going to be back, so he'll finish above Antonio Gibson.
All right. That one actually makes sense. I like that one. Barkley over Gibson. Barkley over Leonard Fournette and whoever else you were saying. You were pushing a little bit.
Nonsense.
All right. I'm gonna ride Q's take and just push it back into the McKissick field. I do think McKissick back in the mix and fully healthy. I think he finishes as a top 30 running back again, and he can be a solid flex option on a weekly basis. McKissick, 2 years ago, when he was fully healthy for the entire season, finished as running back 17 on the season with 80 catches. Obviously, he lost some of that work last year with Gibson getting a little bit more work, but seems like it's going to be back to the full committee again this year. And even missing 6 games last year, he still finished as running back 37. So J.D. McKissick's going to be a solid flex option you're going to be able to find deep in drafts. I got him finishing top 30, and I think he might even push top 25.
I like it.
This year in drafts, I'm looking to steal people's handcuffs. Hopefully people don't steal mine, but as long as I can steal like 2 other RB1's handcuffs, I'll have had a good draft.
That's menace behavior.
That is.
Get your own handcuffs.
I want people to beg.
All right. Let's move on to the Philadelphia Eagles. One of the biggest offseason moves, the Eagles acquired Zach Pascal to be wide receiver 1, baby. Let's go.
Almost.
Just kidding. They did acquire Zach Pascal, but he is not going to be a wide receiver 1. It's going to be A.J. Brown from Titans. How does his value get affected by the move to Philly?
You also top 10.
Oh, yeah. But don't downplay Zach Pascal, that signing, because anything that pushes Rager farther down in the depth chart is a good signing.
That is good.
Yeah,
definitely could finish top 10. I'm hyped, but I am still worried about Hurts's arm accuracy. That's what it is, accuracy. So any sort of improvement will easily put him in the top 10.
Yeah, I got him right outside the top 10. I got him at 11. I do think he obviously has top 10 potential at that ranking. I like AJ Brown a lot this year. I think, if anything, it's more of a lateral move. He's still going to be the number 1 option on this team. And I think Jalen Hurts is actually a little bit better of a quarterback than Ryan Tannehill is at this point in Tannehill's career. And I think the Eagles are going to pass more this year because they built such a great passing offense. So
I do
AJ Brown is fine where he's at. I think
Let's just
Smith's going to be
air
good
it
as
out,
well.
baby.
We
Does
just
Zach
need-
Pascal?
Sorry.
Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say we need AJ Brown. Like, I feel like it all just like comes down to how healthy he could be.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree. Does Zach Pascal find any value as maybe the third wide receiver in this offense if he takes over Quez Watkins?
Probably not. When have you ever seen, like T got said, one wide receiver be relevant? 3 on the Eagles? Probably not.
Yeah, 3 is pushing it. I would agree. I would not touch any wide receiver outside of the top 2 for the Eagles and Goddard, of course.
Yep.
Love Goddard.
Gotta love Goddard.
Love him.
How does the acquisition of AJ Brown affect your ranking for Devonta Smith? Does this help him or hurt him? What do you think?
Hurts a little bit. Has to,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Little bit. He won't see as much volume, but he'll definitely see a lot more open looks, not having number 1 corners on him every game.
yeah, I would definitely agree with that. Also, I think he's got a great, obviously, opportunity here to be the number 2, but also put up bigger numbers because he's going to have a lot more chances to get open. He finished as wide receiver 29 last year as a rookie. Do you think he does better than that, worse than that, around the same? What do you think there?
Lock him in at 25.
Better.
Ooh,
I'll take
okay.
that.
I'll
Lock him in
take
at
that too.
25.
I feel like 29 is like a good end of season ranking for, I feel like it's very up and down season.
Yeah, I have him at 33, so I actually have him a little bit lower than that, but I do think he has potential to easily. I think around 29 is probably where he ends up finishing, in my opinion, personally. But he does have that 25 potential. I could see it. Moving on to the quarterback, Jalen Hurts also obviously has one of the best wide receiver duos in the league now. Solid tight end, solid running back tandem. How much does this help him? And is he a draft target for you this season? And how high are you willing to take him?
First of all, I love the wide receiver duo. I still don't think it's like top 5 just because of AJ Brown, because Devontae Smith isn't proven yet. But
I think it's around top 5 wide receiver duos.
You is hating.
I love the duo. I'm just saying there's
Like, obviously, the Bengals are better.
Bengals,
You could say the Vikings
Vikings,
with Thielen,
Raiders.
even though Thielen's getting old.
the Bucks,
Raiders,
All right.
Bucks. Who else? Give me one more.
Dolphins.
Fair.
Cardinals when D-Hop's back.
But you could say the same thing about Waddle.
No, Waddle is proven. But I have Hurts ranked at 6. So
I have Hurts
Bias.
ranked at 5.
Oh my God, not biased. You guys are just
I'm-
cracked.
All in on Jalen Hurts this year.
Y'all are cracked.
All in, baby. I love it. I'll push this right into my cap or no cap. Jalen Hurts is being underdrafted at QB8, 69th overall currently. I am saying that is no cap. He's being way underdrafted, in my opinion.
yeah, you're getting a steal at QB8.
Is this coming from Eagles fans or like
No, it's
as a
realistic.
real
I think number
fantasy?
8 is fair.
I think that's fair too. I truly think that is a fair spot for him.
I think there's a little bit of sprinkle of bias on my take there, but I also really believe in this offense this year. Best offensive line in the league, ranked pretty much across the board, as well as an improved passing game and still a solid running game behind him. I don't
He
see
is the
why
running
he
game.
couldn't, and he is the running game. So I don't see why he can't push into that top 5.
I'm excited.
It all relies on Hurts. So if he flops, he flops, but I don't think he's going to flop. I think he's
Well,
going
if
to
he
flop this year.
flops, they all flopped.
Exactly.
Nah.
You guys are more comfortable around 8, so
Yeah. 100%.
I respect it.
There's a
Definitely
few
more
guys
comfortable
that,
taking
like,
him there. I hope he's there when I'm drafting.
Reliable and proven.
He's not dropping to 8 in our draft. You're crazy.
No way.
Gator has first overall pick. Could be Hurts.
Oh my God.
Could be AJ Brown.
AJ Brown.
I wouldn't be shocked for both.
It's easily going to
Takes
be
him
Derrick
back-to-back.
Henry. Easily Derrick
AJ
Henry.
Brown 1, Jalen Hurts 2, Devontae Smith.
Got her 4.
All right. Next, cap or no cap, Miles Sanders will have an easier time running the ball this season due to the improved passing game and should be considered a top 25 running back. Cap or no cap.
Okay.
If he gets a consistent workload, I feel like it's hard to finish outside top 25.
I will ride the booby train until I die. I love that.
He does need to shut his mouth about the dream team thing, though.
He's a good running
I don't know,
back.
man. I'm nervous about
He
him.
is a
I'll talk
good-
about more about Booby in a
Just
minute.
good running back.
Yeah, he's a good running back.
Good running back.
He's good.
He's
good.
good.
All right.
He's not great.
Just good.
He's
He
good.
could be great.
He could be great, but he's
But he's not
haven't
yet.
seen it yet.
Yeah.
Not yet. He's
Will
still
we
young.
ever?
I don't know. We
Mm.
shall see.
He'll get there.
All right, last cap or no cap. Dallas Goedert not only breaks his season high touchdown record of 5, he doubles it this season and scores 10 plus touchdowns.
No cap. I
No
love
cap.
that. I love that take.
I know. I think I'm saying no cap also. 10 touchdowns is a lot.
It is.
He would obviously have to be the main red zone target in this scenario, but I easily could see it happening. He's going to have even more room out there with AJ Brown.
So
taking
much
up
room. And they
a
already have
lot of the-
chemistry. Like,
Yeah.
Just
I think-
please don't drop the ball
Yeah. Please don't drop the ball. Let's catch some touchdowns this year.
because he's had that issue.
I think he no matter what, it's no cap for sure. He's going to have more than 5 touchdowns.
Yeah.
10
Easy.
might be pushing it, but I think he's getting at least 6 to 8 for sure. For sure.
Oh, show.
All right, let's do some bold takes for the birds. Matt, what do you got?
All right. We talked a lot about this wide receiver duo of Devontae Smith and AJ Brown. So I think that they're both going to finish top 20 this year. I think that this offense is going to come out swinging. It's going to be high powered. I think Jalen Hurts is going to take a big leap this year. And I only think AJ Brown just helps Devontae Smith. And I can see them both just having great years this year in this offense with Dallas Goedert, with the run game that we have. I mean, it's just a recipe for success for these guys.
Love it. I love it. Vince loves it as well. He said, Matt, you only give positive bold takes. So we like to hear the positivity.
I don't like to speak negative about people, man.
Every team going
He
to
spoke negative about Cordell Patterson the first episode.
Yeah, because I hate him.
All right, T-Gods, what do you got?
okay, I don't have anything like exciting, but I want to know what you guys think. So last year, Jalen Reagor had 33 receptions. I want to say he has less than 20 this year. Would you guys agree with me?
Yeah,
I would agree.
definitely less than 33.
Okay,
It's-
so sorry, go ahead.
No, go.
I just want to say JJ's Arcega-Whiteside's best season was 10 receptions for 169 yards and 1 touchdown.
Cool.
Does Reagor do better than that this year?
It's crazy you bring him up because I
He
was just
might.
about to say Arcega-Whiteside's a tight end now. So do you think Arcega-Whiteside out?
He might
Catches him.
outperform Reagor this year.
He might.
I'll make that my bold take. JJ Arcega-Whiteside outperformed Jalen Reagor this year.
That's a good ass bold take.
I don't think Rager's going to touch the field much unless he's shining in OTAs in camp. Like
No way.
Watkins, Pascal now, obviously AJ Brown. It's going to be tough for him to get like reps on the field in general. So
The
He
Eagles were
sucks,
like
dude.
sucking the life out of that picture he had last year in training camp where he had like a one hand touchdown in the end zone. Garbage.
Garbage.
yeah, tough one to swallow there. Could have been J Jeff.
Could have been J Jeff.
All right, Q, what do you got?
Not that bold, pretty short and sweet. I'm so confident in Jalen Hurts. A little nervousness, but of course, that week 18, I will be wearing a Jalen Hurts jersey because that's how
All
much
right.
I'll love him by week 18. If you watched the pod previous years, I was destroyed when they traded Wentz or got rid of him. So,
I have a video, and you know what video I'm talking about, Q.
yeah,
One of them.
that video will be erased. And
I
it'll
will
be
never
on...
delete it. I'm about to air it.
He was a big Jalen Hurts hater until now. He's a believer. He's hopped on the train. I think we're all big believers in Jalen Hurts this year, hoping for some better play. I'll finish this off here with the bold takes. Mine's pretty spicy. I'm going to say Kenneth Gainwell outscores Miles Sanders in fantasy points this season. Miles Sanders had 0 touchdowns last year.
Mm-hmm.
And he also told everyone specifically, do not draft me in fantasy. He's talking about the team being an all-star team, but saying don't draft him. I don't know. He's making me a little nervous. I actually own him in Dynasty, so I'm not that like I want him to succeed and I want him to get the work. But even last year, he was conceding goal line work to running backs like Boston Scott and Kenneth Gainwell. It's like, when are they going to either commit to Miles Sanders or just move on? He's going to have to get paid soon if he does have a big year this year. I do think we're not going to be afraid to mix it up. And I think Gainwell is that next guy in line for me.
They're
Lock
not
it in.
paying Miles Sanders at all if he's the same as he was this year or last year.
Yeah, no way.
Exactly. And I just don't see it happening again. I want it to be more consistent, but he's been all over the place. He went from RB14 as a rookie to RB24 in 2020, missing a few games, of course, and RB44 last year in the same amount of games as 2020. So he's on a downward trend. Give me Gainwell this year.
You can clearly see the trend in running backs that the Eagles like receiving.
Yeah, exactly. And I think Gainwell is an incredible receiving back. So I think he's going to get some more time to shine this year. Gainwell actually finished ahead of Miles Sanders last year also.
Wow.
But Sanders did miss
Sanders
5 games.
Yeah.
And Gainwell missed 1. Still fun fact. All right. Let's do some trivia, Q. What do you got?
All right. We have 4 questions today. I think 3 questions today.
3 questions.
All regarding the NFC East, which, Matt, if you didn't know, that's this division that we're covering here.
I think this is the only division I know.
I guess that's all that matters. So whenever you guys are ready, I can shout it out.
I'm ready.
All right.
I'm ready.
Come on.
All right. So in 2020, I didn't even know this. Hurts had a 40-point game, 40-point performance for a quarterback. Who were the last 2 Eagles quarterbacks to have at least 40 points in a game? So a point per quarterback name, and then a point if you can guess the year that they had that game. So
all right.
The last 2 Eagles. Yeah. The last 2 Eagles quarterbacks. Oh, timer. Bang.
How far back does this go?
9 years.
I think I know. I'm scared.
One of these has to be right.
Oh, what year was that?
Sean, don't look at the chat.
I'm not looking at the chat. Chat's on the right, that side of my screen.
Ready.
Oh, it looks like you're looking at it.
No, it's over there on my phone.
Oh, okay.
Over there. I'm not peeking. You can look at my eyes.
Peaky blind.
I'm looking in the camera.
125.
Let's just go with that. And
Okay.
Pretty legendary games.
Okay.
oh, man,
I got it.
I know I didn't know what year this was. All right, whatever. Just rock with it. All right, lock it in. Matt, you got
Okay.
yours?
Matt? Okay. So the most recent one was Nick Foles in 2013.
13. No, I had
I
14.
got that. I got both.
7 touchdowns.
I
against the
knew it
Raiders.
was that.
Yep, I knew it was that game too. But
And in 2010, Michael Vick Monday night game when they dropped like 59 on Washington.
I would have
thought you
got
said
that.
Went back 10 years.
Oh shit!
He capped.
I mean that's still like one extra 12 years. Sorry. What'd you put?
I put Wentz
Wentz in
2017.
No, he never scored 40.
Q scum.
I put it. Did he throw like 5 touchdowns in a game?
I checked every statistical app you could check.
You're right. He had 39.02 in
I counted that.
2017.
All right.
I'm
We'll just
ill.
move on to the next question.
Give me my point.
I got 2 points. Foles 2013. That's all I got.
So
yeah,
I'll,
you got 2 points.
I'll just do the second Eagles question, then the Washington question. So Wentz was traded to Washington this offseason, blah, blah, blah. Who were the last 2 Eagles quarterbacks to start another game within the division for another team in the division? The last 2 Eagles quarterbacks in the start for the Eagles, get traded, and then start another game for another NFC East team.
Damn, what the fuck?
I know one for sure.
Yeah, me too.
I think this goes back 10, would be 2012. At least over 10 years.
I hate when you say shit like that.
I think a cap at 14 years.
Whatever. I'm just gonna write it. I don't care.
I have no idea.
Lock it in.
The other one I had to kind of look up, but chat's guessing.
Why can't I think of like any Eagles quarterbacks right now?
They haven't had many.
All right.
Locked mine in already.
Yeah, I locked mine in.
All right, fuck it. Lock me in.
Screen
have 'em
locked
down?
in. All right. So the first one, McNabb, when he got traded to Washington,
Let's go.
whenever.
How'd I forget
And
Any
then Mark Sanchez went to the Cowboys and started 2 games in 2018. Maybe more than.
He
Yeah,
also
2 games
started
is-
for Washington, I think, at one point.
I tried looking up a player who's played for every team in the division, and Corey Clement is 1 team away from that.
Oh my god.
I guess
He's
Sanchez is
that?
too.
Got to play for the Giants, right?
Yeah, well, he only has to play for Washington.
Yeah, Sanchez is as well. Sanchez played for Washington in 2018 and
Jeez.
Dallas in 2016.
God
All right,
He didn't
Here's-
start any for Dallas though.
I got 1 point.
here's the last question. The kind of a thinker, but not out there.
Baby.
All right, so from 2012 to 2014, this Washington running back finished as the top 5 running back with a number 2 finish in one of those years. Who am I? So
Easy.
in 2012, from 2012 to 2014, like 3 years, I guess, 2012, 13, 14, he finished at least a top 5 running back, and one of those years finished number 2 behind AP.
Easy.
Is this Bull? I feel like he might.
You know who you've heard his name many times. Like he's relevant or was relevant.
He's not relevant
It's
anymore.
one of 2 running backs in my mind.
I hope I'm right. For saying
Is
it's
it
easy.
the one that Q's in love with?
That's who I wrote.
Any bull.
Sean, should I just rock out with you?
You might as well. Come on, dude. You got the Q bias. I love the Q bias.
Who the hell's he love?
You piped him up for the last like 5 years.
I was literally about to say I thought T guys was in.
Nah, I don't care. Go ahead.
Alfred Morris.
Yep.
How did he finish RB2?
He was elite as a
Nice,
rookie.
bro. He was so good.
That was Dape's guy.
I was
Dape
like,
loved Alf.
Portis is too old.
Clinton Portis was too old. I knew you were thinking both of them. I was going to tell you to go with the more recent one. Portis is way too old.
Happy I got that.
Q loved Alf. Every year he would get signed, Q would be like, they got Alfred Morris now.
I think he went to the Giants.
Sucked. He was on the Cowboys too as a backup, and he had like one big game
He was
behind
irrelevant.
Zeke.
So he's one team away also. I should have got a trivia question on all the players that are 1 team away from finishing the division, playing for all of them.
Yeah. All right. We have 1 question submitted. If anyone in the chat has any other fantasy questions, feel free to drop them now. We'll start answering them. Cash Shitty 14 on Instagram.
It's like Cash Shitty.
Cash City.
Disrespectful.
He asked, which team has had the worst quarterbacks since 2000? The Cleveland Browns or the New York Jets? I feel like it's got to be the Browns.
Got to be the
going
Browns.
Easily, because they had like 20 quarterbacks in the 20 years.
And they never had Joe Flacco, so.
Yeah.
True. Did not ever have Joe Flacco. The Jets did. That's a
Well,
Super Bowl winning
What if we
quarterback.
count Deshaun Watson now? Then it's the Jets. Deshaun Watson's better than anything the Jets have had.
Jets had Sanchez, baby.
Okay.
Yeah.
You take Sanchez over Deshaun Watson
Sanchez made it to the AFC Championship.
Stop it. Stop.
He did.
Stop.
twice,
Just
I think.
I'm just kidding. I obviously would not take Sanchez over Watson's talent level, but in
Over
terms of-
Watson's joininess.
Probably.
yeah, let's not talk about him in general.
You're right.
Yeah. Baker, they've just had Baker's like the best quarterback they've had in 20 years. And Baker's mid.
He's so bad. He's not even mid. Stop playing.
He got them to the playoffs. They ain't been there in a long time.
No, running backs got him there.
True. Very true. Chad Pennington pushes the Jets over the top for me. Browns, the worst.
Jets had Mike Vick.
The Jets did have Mike Vick. All right. Do we have any other
They're
questions
just calling you
here?
out on saying Cash Shitty.
Yeah, well, Cash City. I apologize, Cass, if you're watching. It flows off the tongue like that. All right.
Cash.
What's that saying?
Schultz agreed with Q earlier and said Barkley is over Leonard Fournette. Getting a little spicy out here.
See, the people know.
That's
Q, you don't even have him ranked that way.
Okay,
You're a phony.
I'll fix it right now. I got
Fix it.
Fournette at 10, Barkley at 14. I'm gonna
Is
move.
that a Bible, dude?
That's his diary.
I'm moving Fournette to 11, Fournette to 12, Barkley to 11.
Oh my God. He's wilding. Schultz said, does Hurts have top 3 possibility in redraft leagues?
Yes.
To finish top 3? Yes. I have him at 5, so I think he could get to top 3. I wouldn't rank him there or draft him there, but I think he
finishing
finish
over
there for sure.
Mahomes.
No shot.
Maybe.
No. I mean,
Okay.
it could happen.
Over Josh Allen? No.
No.
Over Herbo?
No.
No.
I mean, I think it's a possibility. I wouldn't rank him there.
Sure,
though.
possibility. Sure.
Rank him there.
That's like plus like 4,000.
Word on the street is he's a winning MVP.
Plus 1,200.
Matt's
Plus 1,200.
face clearly doesn't like what we're saying. Oh,
All right. Where are you taking Cooper Kupp in drafts?
Anywhere.
Number
Your
one?
little heart desires. Why not?
Taking him number 1?
Why not?
That's bold.
I personally am not, but like I wouldn't look at you funny if you did.
I would agree with that.
rough. I don't know because I'm considering wide receiver strategy this year in the draft, regardless of where I am. I can't wait till we do the mock.
Ooh.
Interesting strategy, Q. Very interesting.
Maybe 3 wide receivers and a running back.
Ooh.
Maybe. Interesting stuff. I would take Cooper Kupp around at the earliest, like 5th or 6th. Personally, I'm taking J. Jeff as my number 1 wide receiver. We already talked about that. So,
he's like the new Kelsey, where like not a running back position getting picked in the top 10 or top first round.
yeah. All right. One more question here. Considering DK Metcalf might have a new quarterback come week 1, could he jump into the top 10 with a new quarterback?
Do you want to answer that?
It would need to be an elite quarterback.
Right. There's no quarterback that's maybe
no quarterback
Jimmy.
that's moving. Jimmy would not push him in the top 10 for me. Not even close.
Baker's getting him in the top 10.
Russell Wilson had him in the top 10. He would need a Russell Wilson level quarterback or better. Maybe slightly worse.
Not too many of those.
I just can't push him up to the top 10 right now unless he's getting an elite quarterback or he gets traded somewhere.
Which could happen.
All right. I think that's it for the questions, unless you guys saw something I didn't. So that's a wrap for the NFC East. We are already done 3 divisions and inching even closer to football season. Next Tuesday and Thursday, because Monday will be July 4th, we'll be back breaking down the AFC North to shake things up a bit, because we also have a special guest on Thursday. So stay tuned for that.
That's news to me.
What?
That's news
Where
to
you
me.
been at?
Check the Discord.
Special guest Thursday. If you're still here with us on Twitch, throw us a follow, turn on notifications so you don't miss us when we're live. Throw us a sub on YouTube as well, in case you miss any streams. We're on Spotify and Apple Music. You already know for the audio. And of course, all social medias, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Go follow us there for more content. Just search Super Fantasy Bros. And you should be able to find us. All right. See you guys on Tuesday. Peace.
Yeah.